as Professor Singh has said, this will be like in the initial phase this will be operating this program online mode. But as the situation improves, we are hopeful that all the students will be can be invited in the campus also to have a real-time experience with the software and the hardware available in the Siemens Center of Excellence. According to I would like to share my experience in this office in the 4 years with the students of this who have joined this internship program. Maybe what I've seen, if I go for a sample size of around 100 students, and maybe in any of the batch, I can see that 80 to 90% of the students are joining the corporate. Maybe 5 to 10% of the students are joining the R&D organization or the research or maybe higher studies, and 1 to 2% of the students are joining the entrepreneurship or the innovation ecosystem of the country or abroad. So let me tell you on record that this internship is a really beneficial for all such kind of career development program. You talk of industry. First, I will talk of industry, what industry is looking for. Definitely, Professor Brahmji also mentioned about the experiential learning, and the industry is looking for this kind of experience of exposure of experiential learning in your resume itself. Once somebody has done a good project at the undergrad level, he can move around that project and convince the interviewer and get a job. So probably you can see the importance of this internship at your undergrad curriculum, that this can facilitate to a good job in due times to come. This is one point. Second point for the person who want to join the corporate sector is, for example, you have already undergone a small project during your internship program. You can extend your project in the 7th and the 8th semester, taking the same thread and taking the same mental or maybe the idea. You can always improve in your minor and the major project. This will be another boost to your the experiential learning during your undergrad program at NIT Kurukshetra. So this is another kind of thing where you can be benefited. If somebody wants to join the research, or maybe want to join IITs or good institution abroad also, go for MS programs, I can tell you, I have seen maybe I have exercised with 30, 40 foreign universities. They also move around your internship program. And for example, if you are able to publish a research paper, even a small research paper in a small journal, that will benefit you as a candidate to your MS program in good universities across the globe. So this is another thing you can crop up and you can get from this internship program. You can extend the same thing during the project. And undergraduate research is happening nowadays in all NITs and IITs. And this is very much appreciated during your MS program. And this will definitely facilitate you and help you in getting some kind of assistantship or funding from the good universities across the globe. So I'm telling you, why do you want to take it very seriously, even if you want to go for MS program? Third thing is, for example, you are undergoing this internship program for 6 semesters. This gives you an ecosystem to innovate. And you can germinate any idea, and go for entrepreneurship and join the innovative ecosystem, which is definitely the whole of the world is now converting it to innovative society. We are so aware now that we are looking for innovation on daily basis. So you can be a part of this innovation system, because for joining such an ecosystem during your internship program, germinate your ideas, go for critical thinking, whatever Alok was telling, go for such kind of skills and come up with the ideas, execute them at undergrad level itself. We have seen a lot of people in NIT and IIT ecosystem that they have germinated ideas at undergrad level and converted into companies in the next 3 or 4 years. So this is then again a startup or innovation culture, which is also this is a foundation program for all such kind of career development also. So holistically, if you see that if you want to join any of the career development program or any of the successful professional career, this internship is a very serious and important component of your undergrad program. So with these kinds of words, I'll be very brief with words. I would like to congratulate on the behalf of the director, on behalf of me, and on behalf of the my office also, all the the students. And I am very hopeful that you will have very enriching experience. You are the founder batch, And I would like to request through this platform to all the faculty mentors also, because the Siemens Center of Excellence has already provided a list of the projects. And faculty mentor can always, any student or faculty mentor can always add value to that projects and go for a, like, there is no limit to the things. Only these Siemens people have given us some ideas in terms of project, you can always extend it. So I would request that faculty mentors also to participate in this, the internship program, very meticulously and very efficiently and very enthusiastically, so that our students are being benefited out of this. So one more thing I was discussing with the Honorable Director, our Director Sir, that in case our faculty mentors or the industry mentors have some ideas and need some kind of small funding for the project, a small funding for the project, even that can be arranged at the institute level. Our director was looking for some kind of result or outcome-oriented internship out of this this semester training or internship program. He's really looking for some kinds of publication or some kind of good projects, undergraduate projects out of this internship program. So with these words, I think things are very open, and administration is also very open about this, all such kind of things. If you have some kind of idea, you can germinate, your faculty mentor endorse it, industry mentor endorses, you can always go for small funding for the purpose. So I think this is enough from my side, and I hope once again, like, you will have very enriching experience, and thank you very much, Alok and Professor Brahmjeet, for inviting me and initiating this wonderful program, 6-semester program. It's a great responsibility, and around 180 students have been registered in this internship program. This is a very big group. I hope the team of the Center of Excellence will manage it very efficiently. Thank you very much once again. Have a nice day, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for addressing in such a guiding way. Students, dear students, I surely you will understand now the seriousness of the program, or the way Honorable Professor Pankaj Channa sir connected to all of you with the objective of this internship programs. The way you have explaining the internship program, like innovation, how you can convert your knowledge into innovation, how you can contribute your research, your innovation, your skills to the nation, like Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India also. You can convert your ideas into product also if you complete this internship programs in a decent way. Now, time to arise. I request you, our center head, Engineer Sukhpreet Singh sir, to take this program forward with this valuable address.
Good morning to one and all. A very warm welcome and a very warm thanks to our senior team, Dr. Brahmjeet, who is head Siemens Center of Excellence, Dr. Channa, who is Dean IIR, NIT, and great thanks to Director NIT for extending his greetings to all of us. As Dr. Channa rightly said, this is the foundation batch, and we are highly excited about having all of you as a part of our first batch on internship, and we are really thankful to HODs, internship coordinators, faculty mentors who are not only participating and supporting the program, but have represented as the backbone to give a startup boost to the entire activity. Please accept my thanks on behalf of SCOE team. Our team members all are here. Mr. Vishal Gill, Senior Technical Officer, Alok Pandey, Center Coordinators, my colleagues, all industry experts, all 11 experts are also attending the session, and students who have registered for this program. I'm really happy to see all of you at this forum, and I wish that the aspirations which you brought in while deciding on joining Siemens Center of Excellence, they are met by the time you complete your projects. I would like to first talk about what has been shared with you by the senior team as well as my friend Alok Pandey. Alok touched upon future skills as an important ingredient in future, and this would be little different from what we are doing now. Dr. Brahmjit, he spoke on Siemens Center of represent like a mini industry, also a smart industry. Dr. Channa talk about how this can benefit you in multifaceted way, like you can innovate, this can support you in placements, you can do projects, extend same projects in your BTech final semester, and this may also give you some support in research. You all may be noting all these points and relating it with what interests you the best or what suits you the best. It is our responsibility that we must share with you that when everyone is so much vouching about Siemens Center of Excellence, what exactly are the capabilities of this center and how this is going to open so many benefits to the students who have decided to join internships with us. I am going to present to you a presentation which will run through the Siemens Center of Excellence, objective of setting the purpose behind it, what all areas we are going to touch base in future as an ingredient of this center. Also, I am going to talk about our team members, lab facilities, and especially about internship projects where you have enrolled. My friend, colleague, Dr. Gill, Vishal Gill, he will speak about SOPs of Siemens Center of Excellence, what all is expected from you. So this is going to be little exhaustive session. Today and tomorrow, we are going to induct you in this system, expecting that you will take best benefit of these sessions, note down all the points, and keep it with them as a ready referral for you. Also, we expect when you are getting to know so much about Siemens Center of Excellence, you will use all this information for your own career growth. Internship is one good start with which you can use Siemens Center of Excellence for your own career growth. Siemens Center of Excellence has many areas which, if a student, a trainee, or any research scholar is interested, there is no limit of opportunities which you can create at the center. So I want to open your thoughts in that direction, that don't just look at this as a center where you can do your internships. Internship will give you the foundation. Internship will give you an opportunity to learn tools, to apply those tools, but they are not the only tools available at Siemens Center of Excellence. There are many other tools. The time you are here at NIT, you must utilize this time in the right way so that by the time you go for your placements, it has a larger impact. When you sit in front of industry HR, You will keep on speaking about what all you have done during your BTech, and he keep listening to you and looking at all the areas where you are a right resource for him. This is one dimension of looking at it. There are many other dimensions. Students, with this, I would like to go ahead with our presentation and share with you about Siemens Center of Excellence, what we have been listening to so far. Our first slide is contained of the collaborators who have conceived this idea of setting up a center of excellence at NIT Kurukshetra. It's a joint collaboration between NIT Kurukshetra and Siemens Digital Industry Software, which is part and parcel of Siemens. Siemens is not a new name in industry. Siemens has been pioneer not only in India, but throughout the world in providing manufacturing solutions. It's a name everyone can reckon with. Along with them, in industry partners, we have Coral Technologies, who is also supporting this initiative as a partner. Our vision includes one, doing the skill development and being recognized globally in that dimension. Also, we would be doing trainings and we would be doing translational research in the direction of indigenous manufacturing. Like Dr. Chandna said, innovation can also be brought up while you are working at the center, and this may result into any indigenous manufacturing. The center has that scope, and you must look at that aspect also, as government is also encouraging indigenous manufacturing for our country, so that we can look forward to the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Our mission, in order to achieve our vision, one, we are going to empower our youth with industry relevant skills, and these skills are in manufacturing technologies. Two, we are going to build our capacity for indigenous manufacturing. In this, we are looking for collaborations. We have already started talking to industry and government agencies, government organizations of repute, to collaborate with us for building our capacity. Also, we are inclined to give this access of state-of-the-art machinery and the software tools for design and development of new manufacturing technology. With this vision and mission, my friends, we are moving ahead, and you must know that in order to achieve this, we are going to look into these 5 important areas as a part of our deliverables. One, research experience. We are going to provide opportunities to the researchers and also to the faculty mentors who are part of the presentation. They also have ample scope here to add to the research experience. We are going to provide services and solutions, and these services or solutions are customized as per the market requirements. When I say market, it is the industry we are talking about. We are also going to do skills, talent programs, and in order to do that, we'll be also doing reskilling and upskilling. You understand, upskilling is one area when you enter industry. As an industry professional, you look forward to doing upskilling so that you can also scale up in the profile. This part also we dealt in the Siemens Center of Excellence. Also, we are going to create trained and qualified professionals which are for digital driven world. Nonetheless, we'll be unlocking innovations by empowering our learners to use these pragmatic tools and techniques for unlocking innovation. I present to you the team of SCOE so that you know who all are there in the system, who can be approached for various activities. This team, other than me, as I shared, Vishal Gill, Alok Pandey, Akash Bansal, Anuj Sharma, Ajay Sharma, Suraj Kumar, Abhishek, Sandeep, Dhimant, Rajat, Mahendra, Krishan, and Sher Bahadur. They are all part of the team and they are respective in charge as well as industry expert with relation to their infrastructure, their labs. Friends, I present to you the 11 labs which are in talk, which are part of Siemens Center of Excellence. Our first lab is design and validation. Second is advanced manufacturing. Third is test and optimization. Fourth is automation. Fifth is mechatronics. Sixth is process instrumentation. Seventh is electrical and energy saving. Eighth is robotics. Ninth is CNC machines. 10th is CNC controller. And 11th lab we have is metrology. It's a wonderful infrastructure we have created here in the dimension of design and manufacturing. And when I share with you the softwares and hardwares which are available in these labs, you will be super excited about it. All the industry experts will be giving you a small virtual tour tomorrow of the labs. They'll be presenting to you the kind of softwares, the kind of hardwares. They will show you those through small videos, what kind of infrastructure we have. Talking about the lab facilities infrastructure, the first lab, design and validation lab, this has capability of manufacturing, giving a manufacturing design of any product. Siemens offer a latest software in this direction, which is called as Siemens NX 1907. This is the latest software. Other than that, there are few more softwares which are offered by Siemens. PMAP with Nastran 2020.1, Team Center, Solid Edge, FiberSim, SDE, and Syncrofit. These are all software. This lab is primarily a software lab where you can think of a design and you can actually create that design by using software tools available in this lab. Also, you can do reverse engineering. If you have a part which is available with you and you want to design the same part, You can go to the metrology lab where we have 3D scanner, scan the part, then import files, design files to this lab, and then you can create a design and you can improvise a design. There are many opportunities which this lab bring forth to you. The second lab which we have is advanced manufacturing lab. Very few centers in our country has this infrastructure. It is very rarely available, though this lab is very futuristic in its approach. The software which is offered by Siemens is Technomatics. There are multiple softwares. Technomatics software, by using it, you can actually simulate the entire plant, the entire industry. If you want to build an industry and you don't want to start a construction, first you want to create a design. The entire design of that plant can be created in this lab, simulated. You can give values of raw material which has to come from one side and the final product which has to go from other side, and you can optimize it. So that means before doing any construction work, you can do the entire activity on the system itself. Technomatics plant simulation is a software which enables you to do it. There are other softwares like Robot Expert, Process Simulate, Preactor, RoboCAD, and Jack. Jack is a software where you can use human ergonomics. Wonderful technology to learn and very futuristic. The third lab we have is Test and Optimization Lab. Again, a software lab which has Siemens softwares, Siemens Sim Center, 3D, Siemens Center, Nastran, Star CCM Plus, Sim Center, MSIM, and then there is a test bed engineering solution full suite. This infrastructure enables you to analyze, to test any design. You can do thermal testing here, you can do load testing here, you can do vibration testing here, acoustics testing. A lot of analysis can be done here in this lab by using this infrastructure. It is capable of doing multiple analysis and is a lab which is much in demand when we talk about doing research for any new product which has to be brought in. Analysis is a very important area of any new research which is coming up. Fourth lab which we have is Automation Lab. Automation Lab is having both software and hardware facility. In hardware, we have Siemens S7 1200 PLC. Siemens S7 1200 PLC is widely used in manufacturing industry. Most of the industry you will find using this PLC. That is why we talk about this center as a mini industry or a smart industry. Also, we have here S7 1500 PLC. The capabilities, when respective lab in charge, industry experts, they will share with you, you'll be amazed to see what tasks can be performed by using these PLCs with regard to automation. Also, we have Simatic HMI, which is KTP 700 basic and TP comfort. This is specification for the hardware. In software, Siemens offer TIA Portal. TIA Portal is a software with which we can control PLCs. We can set a program and PLC accordingly do the automation. So that is the software you are going to learn in this lab. And then we have WinCC Professional, Advanced and RT, version 15.1, which is again latest. The fifth lab which we have is mechatronics lab. Mechanical and electronics, a combo is mechatronics. You will see now new industry or upgraded industry is working on the principle of mechatronics than just working on mechanical or electronics. In this lab, you will have a hardware which is a modular station, a mechatronics 5 process station kit, where you can see the entire automation process being dealt using pneumatics, using aggregators, how the sorting is done. Although there is a picture which we have tried to show in our slide. Now these are 5 stations in which the sorting is done, the feeding is done. So all the activity as they are done in any industry where mechatronics is used as the basis of the operational process, you can see the same thing happening in mechatronics lab here. This lab is also supported by TIA portal, and it is again TIA portal version 15.1, which is latest. We also have PLC simulator here. The sixth lab which we have is process instrumentation lab. Process instrumentation is again equipped with hardware as well as software. In hardware, we have transmitters, we have flow transmitters, temperature transmitters, level transmitters, as well as pressure transmitters. Also, we have valves, the control valve with a positioner. And then we have PCS 7, which is version 9.0, which is again latest. The software which we have in this lab is Process Device Manager and Schematic Manager in order to communicate with the sensors, the transmitters, the valves which are available here. This is the software which is made by Siemens to do the communication. Seventh lab available at Siemens Center of Excellence is CNC Controller Lab. CNC Controller Lab has hardware, Sinomeric 808D. It's a controller used in industry in order to run CNC machines. Sinomeric is a hardware which is made by Siemens. So we have both turning and milling controllers here. T is for turning, M is for milling. Also, we have a training rack to demonstrate how this controller works. The software which communicate with the controller is Sinomeric Sinutrain. You will learn programming, you will learn how to give logic to the controller here in this lab, and you will see that happening in the controller. There are controller kits available in the lab. The one which is shown on the right hand side, the photograph of one controller. So you can put the logic and see the output in terms of CNC operation the way you want it to be. Eighth lab we have is CNC machine lab. The CNC machine lab is primarily a hardware lab. We have two CNC machines here. One is turning machine, which is CNC turning machine, Max Turn Plus, and second is CNC milling machine, which is also, we call it as VMC machine. When industry expert will demonstrate the capabilities of these labs, you will also understand the kind of product manufacturing which we can do, the kind of specification with which we can go ahead by using these machines. The ninth lab we have here is metrology lab. Metrology is again a very important area in industry. It is a hardware lab. We have two hardwares available here. One is coordinate measuring machine. It's a machine with which we understand the measurement, the precision level of this machine is even less than 1 micron, you can expect. To that level it can measure. That is the accuracy level. It's a Carl Zeiss machine we have. And then also we have a 3D scanner. On your right hand side you will see a 3D scanner. Here you can scan any product, like I was mentioning in design and validation lab. You can do the reverse engineering by scanning a product here and then taking it to DV lab and then designing the product, improvising the product. So this is a lab which is again widely used in the industry. 10th lab we have is robotics lab. I was experiencing through your registrations that some students, some trainees are super excited about doing some projects in robotics. I am also equally happy because now in future you will see a lot of robots becoming part and parcel of industries, manufacturing processes. So here we have 4 robots. 3 are welding operation robots. 1 is spot welding robot. Second is MIG welding robot. Third is TIG welding robot. And the 4th robot which we have is material handling robot. They all are KUKA made robots, latest configuration. 11th lab we have is electrical and energy saving lab. Wonderful infrastructure this lab come up with. It has drives, both AC and DC drives. It has starter, star delta starters, soft starter. It has relay kits, both timer and relay kits. And also it has MCCBs just to demonstrate pack meter. These are all the hardwares which are available here. There is an energy saving kit which is available here to demonstrate you that when we are talking about energy saving by using AOL or by using star starter, star delta starter, or by using a drive, what is the impact of using these units while we talk about energy saving. On software front, we have SimoCode. SimoCode is the software which helps us communicate with this hardware. So with these all 11 labs which are available here, I believe if you have an idea or if you have a project, a very valid project where you can utilize these tools, like I said initially, we would like to give access if you have right projects in your mind and if you want to do something in that direction. Initially, to support you, we have formed internship projects, offered internship projects, but in future, I feel that this need of giving a project may be shared by our faculty members and HODs and students as well, where they'll be proposing that what they want to give. With that vision, we are moving ahead. There are certain solutions which Siemens Center of Excellence is already offering, and this is the forum. On the day one, we must share this with you. There are training and upskilling programs which we have already designed, created, and we are offering these programs. I share with you in design and validation lab, we have multiple programs which are based on the duration it requires, you can do. These are all learning programs. Some of the programs are made part and parcel of your internship program as well, so that you learn the tool and lately you will be certified as well. Advanced manufacturing lab, there are programs. Test and optimization lab, there are programs. I wanted to give a glimpse on this. And then other labs also, there are multiple. You will see these details on our brochure. I will take this at the later stage. There are technology solutions which we are offering to industries, to R&D centers, and you must know these solutions as well. On digital manufacturing, we are offering to industry plant layout optimization, process planning, process validation, digital factory, robotic application. These all are possible by using the tools which we have at our advanced manufacturing lab. Design and development solutions we are offering, test and optimization solutions we are offering, automation solutions we are offering, machining solutions, precision measuring. So what I am trying to tell you here or demonstrate here is that real-time solutions are being offered to industry. These are real-time applications which are dealt in industry. So what you are going to learn is real-time, which is directly applied in the industry for their own use and purpose. Students, you all are to be made aware that we have a formal SCOE brochure which is now available at our website nitkkr.ac.in. All these programs are also written there. In order to access that, what you need to do is you have to visit the site. On that there is SCOE on the menu bar, and in that you will have SCOE brochure that will give you an idea about the programs. Also it will discuss about the lab capabilities. So anyone who is interested to know more about SCOE can refer to that document. It is kept on the website for your support only. Talking about internship program, because that is the core with which we are going ahead. This is the forum where I want you to understand what this program is contained of and how the roster will be followed. We have made, we call them trainees, although you are all NIT students. So all trainees, they'll be working in project teams. A team will be formed for a particular project. Project is what we are lately looking at to achieve. So they'll be working in a team. There is no one person working on one project. So there are teams which are working. All teams are provided with a DCP, we call it as daily contact program. Now daily contact program, which is 3 hours of engagement, daily it will be provided to all teams, and this will be given both in online as well as on-site mode. Initially, the program which we have designed is online. Lately, you will be required to visit lab also to do on-site DCP. And this will be in a fixed slot. There won't be any alteration in the slot. The contact program is followed by task and assignments. It's a 3 hours of learning initially, but then there are tasks and assignments which you have to perform, which is based on what you have already understood. It is not a training program we are offering. These are all projects where the end result is what project you have achieved. So you will be making you learn the tools, will be making you learn the technology which is related to the project you have picked. And once that is done, you will be also asked to do certain activities, certain tasks, certain assignments. You have to do those tasks, and this will be supervised by the faculty mentor, where we keep a TAT. TAT is turnaround time. So let us say today we are giving you an assignment and we are giving you a TAT of 3 days. Within 3 days, you have to deliver that assignment. And this is supervised by the faculty mentor. So in order to do that, you can take support of both faculty mentor as well as industry mentor, but the task and the assignment has to be completed in the time frame. I share with you the roster as well. The DCP which I am mentioning would be 3 hours of engagement. Either you will be issued a slot in the morning or you will be issued a slot in the evening. It will not happen that you will be occupied for both the slots, 9 to 12 or 2 to 5. Other than that, you will have ample time to revise what has been told to you and to do the task and assignments. Your occupation would be 8 hours, although your learning hours with an SCOE would be 3 hours. As I share with you the program calendar, initially you will be getting an online training which will start with the induction program as we rightly fit in. We are today starting, and you will be either doing a dedicated project or a multiple lab project. These details will be shared to you by the industry industry experts. Lately, you will be having an on-site training, which will be at the labs. And then you will be also doing the project work. So this entire activity will happen in a calendar, and you will be supposed to complete the activity following the same calendar. In order to map whether what we are telling you, are you learning also, we'll be doing assessments as well. There will be assessment on completion of online training. there will be assessment on completion of on-site training or offline training, and there will be assessment on completion of the project work. Project completion has certain criteria, and you should be aware on this. The criteria for project completion is: 1, your attendance should be as per the institute internship guidelines. Assignment work, whatever is issued to you, should be completed, and all assessments should be qualified. And project report should be submitted as per the institute internship. So this is the completion criteria for project. Also, Siemens Center of Excellence would be offering you a certification, which is jointly signed by Siemens, Coral, and NIT. In order to qualify for getting a certification, your attendance should be matching our criteria, assignment should be done, and assessment should be qualified. You should take a note of all this. These are important areas which you should know on day one with regard to your internship. Now, it is important for you also to know what are the standard operating procedures which are involved at Siemens Center of Excellence. Our senior technical officer, Mr. Vishal Gill, would be demonstrating on that part. I request Vishalji to take up that session.
Thank you, Sukhpreet, for such a wonderful presentation. I believe I am audible on all the three links. Alok, will you be able to confirm, please?
Yes, Vishalji.
Thank you, Alok. To start with, I would like to thank Dr. Brahmjit Singh and Dr. Pankaj Channa ji for their motivational words and valuable inputs, and would like to thank Sukhpreet as well for such a wonderful presentation. Thank you. Thank you HODs and the internship coordinators for becoming a part of this presentation. So I'll be taking all of you through the standard operating procedures that needs to be followed while a student is doing an internship project from Siemens Center of Excellence. Can we move on to the next slide, please? The purpose of this SOP is to describe the procedures in order to comply, because all the action and operations performed should be which are performed in this institute should be in a consistent and a safe environment. So there are certain guidelines that has been made which needs to be followed so as to ensure the compliance in respect to the guidelines that have been designed. The scope of this SOP covers general lab related and safety related procedures that needs to be followed. Lab specific SOPs which are described in this procedure will be, it will be told to you in detail by the industry expert of the related lab. Next, please. So any mail raised as a query should be sent to the industry expert with a CC to Siemens Center of Excellence at nitkkr.ac.in. So kindly make sure whenever you are communicating with any of the industry expert, a CC has to be marked to the mentioned email ID so that a proper response to your query can be made. That is one. No trainee should leave the lab in between the excess hours without permission of the industry expert. So this has to be ensured. Like nobody moves in and out. If certain work needs to be done, if there are certain emergencies, it has to be brought into the notice of the industry expert. Proper permission has to be taken, and then only a student can move out of the lab. Hygiene is a very important thing. and should be maintained at the functional and the common areas of the center by everyone. Trainee engagement for specific get-togethers or celebration. We always tend to celebrate on certain occasions. So if something needs to be done in and around the premises, that permission has to be taken from the SCOE head. So the lab related things that needs to be taken care of. Trainees responsible for updating the progress related to the assigned projects to the industry expert. Trainees are accountable for return of issued assets and documents and upkeep of the lab in original position after use. Like once this situation of pandemic gets over, and you will be coming here for the on-site training, and so all these things needs to be taken care of. You would be issued some assets, you will be given some documents. You have to make sure the upkeep of the lab while you are using the facilities at the center, and make sure that you do not mishandle the things here. Lab should not be left open while leaving. Make sure if you are the last one who is moving out of the lab, you should ensure that you inform the industry expert before leaving the lab, because there are costly equipments, hardwares and softwares which are there. So we need to be proactive and we need to ensure for maintaining this stuff at the center. Trainee should take pre-approvals from industry experts for using lab softwares and hardwares. So if you have to, access or use any hardwares or softwares, a proper permission prior to using has to be taken from the industry expert. With respect to the reports that needs to be, submitted, DR has to should be sent to daily activity report, should be sent on daily basis to industry expert as per the approved format. So like as Supreet has told that there will be a teaching hours of 3 hours on daily basis, but your engagement will be there for complete 8 hours. So you will be given assignments, tasks that needs to be completed, and the daily activity report from every student has to be shared on daily basis with the industry expert. So that needs to be ensured. This is being done in order to make sure that you all are being taught in a structured way. This will help us ensure that the things that we are teaching you, you are understanding it well, and if there are certain queries to it, that are being addressed properly. So that will give us an know-how that how well you are getting to know the things that you are being taught here. Monthly project progress report has to be mailed on the last working day of every month. That needs to be done in order to ensure the same, which I have just touched upon. Next, please. So safety is the first and the foremost thing that needs to be ensured for all the students who are attending the sessions at Siemens Center of Excellence. So the presence of industry expert is a must while performing operations on hardware of lab. The most important thing is do not use material transfer devices like USBs or some hard drives or hard disks for moving data from one system to other. This is prohibited and should not be done. Maintain a safe distance while working on the machines. That is very important, because you'll see the robots which are moving. You'll see the machines, VMC, CNC machines which are being in operation. So maintain a safe distance while the machine is in working condition. The PPE kits are very important while you work in the labs, and they are mandatory to prior to working or performing any operations on the in the specific labs. Like if we talk about robotics or CNC machining, their personal protection equipments have been defined, and you have to use in order to use the equipments in the respective labs. Use of inflammable materials is highly prohibited. In case of any foul smell or any abnormal situation, excess dust, it should be immediately reported to the industry expert. Next, please. So the do's: before entering the lab, register your entry in the logbook with date, entry time, and signature. Any failure or not working of the equipment has to be reported on immediately basis to the industry expert. Shut down this system, after using. Proper shutdown has to be done. Do not turn off the system directly from the main supply. It may lead to malfunctioning of the system, as well as the the softwares which are there, which are installed on the system. Follow the instructions given by the faculty. In case you do have some confusion, do not take a decision. We request you to take the guidance from the industry expert. You reach out to the industry expert, the available industry expert, and then ask him about your confusion and get it cleared prior to taking a decision. Don'ts: food, tobacco products, drinks are not allowed in Siemens Center of Excellence premises. So kindly make sure that these things are not done in the premises. Use of mobile phones without prior permission is not allowed. Do not display inappropriate or explicit graphics at any location. So we have seen, in the institutions, there are certain mischiefs which are being done by the students. So we, highly condemn, and we do not allow it. So this is not allowed. So do not do such things in the premises. Behavior and activities that disturb other users or other students or disrupt the operations of the laboratory are highly objectionable. And violations of any of the points that are mentioned in these slides may lead to disciplinary action against the students, and it may also lead to loss of lab privileges. So kindly ensure all the things which has been told are being adhered, and in case of any confusion or doubt, please reach out to us. We'll give you a clarity. So do not take decision in case of any confusion. Next, please. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much. So hello, you can just move it forward from here.
Please unmute your mic. Thank you so much, Vishalji, for your encouraging words and transparent information gave to the students. Dear all students, I hope now you have received all the necessary information regarding Siemens Center of Excellence, regarding internship programs, what are the objective of this internship program, what are the objective, vision, mission to this Center of Excellence. Now, the one more important information I want to share with you. Tomorrow, again, this induction program will continue 10 to 12 p.m. In which all our industry experts will deliver 10 to 15 minute each presentations regarding detailed presentation regarding their laboratories. So kindly join tomorrow on the regular time mentioned in this scheduled induction program 10 to 12 p.m. Now, in the last, if any student have any query regarding this induction program, today's session, so one by one, you can unmute your mic and put your query, if have. So now, okay, in the last today's session, I would I would like to thanks Professor Brahmjeet sir, again, Head Siemens Center of Excellence, Honorable Professor Pankaj Channa sir, Dean Industry and International Relations, Center Head Engineer Supri sir, Siemens Center of Excellence, Mr. Vishal Gill, Senior Technical Officer from NIT Kurukshetra, and the most and important and warm thanks to the internship coordinators, basically from the NIT Kurukshetra side, Ms. Poonam ma'am, Ms. Babita Saini ma'am, and Mr. Satnam Singh ji and Mr. Saurav ji. They all have done a good hard work and on the right direction, so that all the students came up on the single platform, or we can arrange this induction program with their helps. So many thanks to all 4 coordinators from NIT Kurukshetra from different departments, and now all the respected head of the departments and faculty mentors from the NIT Kurukshetra side to joining this great occasion in this induction program. So directly all the industry, many thanks to all industry experts also which already joined in this induction programs, or tomorrow they will deliver their eminent or vast experience with all the students one by one in tomorrow's session. In the last but not the least, all the very thanks, warm thanks to all who directly or indirectly joined this internship induction program. So this is from my side. Best wishes, all the very best to the students for the new journey. Please come up with all the highly encouraging motivation, self-motivation to complete your internship program, or I'm 100% sure you will get all the necessary information. You can able to build up their skill and become a market ready. To all of you, all the very best. Thank you, sir. So please, sir, any
No, thank you. Thank you very much. We were able to finish this just before time, and I can say that students are happy with that note. Let us focus on giving them more details about every lab tomorrow, and I request everyone to join on time so that, like today, we can finish 15 minutes before and have a delighted mood at the end. Thank you.